Here. Councillor Gorell. Councillor Klink-Cameron.
Here.
Councillor Lundstrom.
Here.
Councillor Spradlin. Councillor Tyree.
So, since we don't have a quorum, there's only 3 of us, we need at least 4 to conduct any business. We can't conduct any business without a quorum, so we can't approve anything. I don't know if there's any visitors or delegations that want to...
Citizen comment.
Citizen comments? No? Okay. So we can't do any management items. We had a couple public hearings scheduled for today, so we will have to continue those to November 27th. So public hearing for ordinance number 904-23 will be moved to November 27th. The second reading of ordinance 902-23 will be moved to November 27th. Public hearing for ordinance number 905-23 will be continued to November 27th, as well as the second reading for that ordinance number 905-23. Public hearing for ordinance number 906-23 will be continued to November 27th, as well as the ordinance 906-23, the second reading will be continued to November 27th. Public hearing for ordinance number 907-23 will be continued to November 27th, as well as the second reading for that ordinance number 907-23. And finance, we can't even approve finance.
We'll put it on the next
We'll
agenda.
put it on the next agenda, and we'll just move our staff reports, unless you have something pressing.
I do.
Okay. Staff reports, Tyler Purvis.
All right.
Thanks for
Madam
showing
Chair,
up.
Dedicated council members and Miranda. So one thing actually I just wanted to get on the record is on Wednesday night is a public meeting, I shouldn't say public meeting, wrong choice of words, a community meeting for an economic update with the city of Brush. And the big push on this is not just updates for the community on just different things that are happening in the development realm, but also bringing an idea to the community of an urban renewal authority. So I've reached out to the major players with the special districts and stakeholders and invited them to that. We've been advertising that through Facebook and in partnership with the chamber. Don't know what the turnout's going to be, but we have an executive director from the Colorado Springs Urban Renewal Authority coming out as our guest speaker on that to give a 101. I know I talked briefly on it a couple of meetings ago to City Council in work session, just as an FYI. So just wanted to make the community aware of that everybody's invited. It's 3 o'clock. It's from 5:30 to 7 over at the Sands Theater. And the outcome of that is yet to be determined, but it's more of an informational. And then as a community, everybody who's interested in being a part of those discussions will continue to have those and see how that evolves over time.
What day is that?
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
This
This
Wednesday.
coming
Yeah, 2 days from now.
The 15th.
And then the only other thing, initially, not that we couldn't do anything about it tonight anyway, but the ALLO franchise agreement I mentioned before was going to be tonight's agenda, but we found out through the process that it requires a series of public notices, and because it's going to be done through an ordinance, and so at our next meeting will be the first reading of that, but council still can't act until the second reading of that. So we'll read it at the next meeting, and then we'll have it at the next meeting for a second reading, and then council can vote at that point.
Very good.
We'll have a lot of
Thank you for
ordinances on the
coming.
next agenda.
It's not always this exciting.
That's all I got.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, we'll,
Mayor,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. If we need to do administrative things, if there's certain bills that are pressing, and I don't know what those would be or could be, there is some support to say that we can review and approve bills. But I would only do that if it's kind of a pressing matter.
well, we have half of the finance committee here. So could we move and approve the finance? So we could get payroll, and I think in the past, it's gone a couple meetings.
Yeah,
but-
we've had to skip meetings before, so.
Okay, I know that sometimes there's something pressing like a water loan revolving fund or something like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
if there's nothing like that, then I think it's probably best to hold off, but I wanted to give you that option just in case.
I think in the past when that's happened, like when we cancel the final meeting of December, the finance committee still comes in and signs off on the bills, and then we have them approved at the next regular meeting.
So we can still have finance come in and sign off on those bills, the other two that are missing? Okay.
Cool.
So we'll make sure we reach out to them and make sure they come in and do that. Okay. Do you have anything you want to report, Dan? Oh. Other than that?
Sorry, I'm kind of not prepared.
I know. It's kind of-
Let's see, I worked with Monty and the rest of your staff, and we got comments to Monarch on that lease, so the ball's in their court. We're waiting to hear back from them. I think that's really the only pressing thing that we had.
And Monty is at that Monarch Energy public county,
Yeah, public
the
hearing.
public hearing tonight, so that's where he's at with the Monarch Energy
Okay.
people.
I could go ahead and announce.
Yeah, I would. Since they made their effort to come here,
Yeah.
so. All right, thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Do you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and quickly announce the unofficial election results for Ward 2. Dan Scalise and David Basil are both in attendance tonight, so I wanted to congratulate them on their win in the election. And then just also announce too on, well, Ward 1, Nathan Tyree, and Ward 3, Justin Spradlin won. And so we'll be swearing in new council members January 8th, that first regular meeting in January, and I will be in contact more with our two Ward 2 new counselors. And then also the Christmas party RSVP. If you haven't already RSVP, please do so, and I'll get another push out. It's going to be December 8th.
Okay, December 8th.
Mhm.
Okay.
Good Friday.
Yeah.
How about that? And then Chan McCall, we plan to sit in on the next meeting or December 11th to start her training as deputy city clerk.
Okay,
So that's what I have.
okay. Counselors?
Did you want to say anything about the chickens?
Oh, yes, thank you very much. So the question about the chickens did pass by 54 votes, and so in January, we'll be looking to draft an ordinance. Part of that process, I mean, the regular ordinance process will be the first reading publication in the newspaper and then a public hearing. So the public will definitely have an opportunity to come speak to council on that.
Very good. Guys, anything?
No.
Just congratulations, Dan and David. Looking forward to having you guys up here. There's lots of room. Yeah, so, all right. So if there's nothing else, I'd look for a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.